One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a... The Sooners offense will go on the attack first. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him. And if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access. Because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on second down. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot.
Oh, he's got some space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Arkansas's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're facing a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy, quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there, you know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Second down coming up. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
And, you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little bit more so that you know you get the first down after making the catch. 4th and short now. Let's see what they do.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated,
turning it on! Oh, better look out! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Under fire. Caught in the backfield. It's McMillan. Across the 25. He's got room. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, it's picked off. He's into the open down the middle. Past the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown Sooners! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's McMillan. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Razorbacks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the tailback. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They've come out like a shot of 21-6 and trying to add to it on this drive. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Big, tall receiver. Figured the quarterback has an easy target. Not this time. Missed it badly.
And a lot of those big guys, they don't necessarily, some of them do, some of them are freak shows, but a lot of those big guys don't run great all the time, and you want to get physical and disrupt those routes and disrupt that timing. You could tell the timing was a little bit off on that one.
They'll run the option. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Sooners want to move quickly.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down.
Fires one high and deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you could live to play another day here on this drive.
They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. They want to get this defense on its heels. Wants to throw. It's Dahl. It's complete on the right side. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Back to pass on second down. Complete to the left. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He wants to throw it again. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time. Finds his man down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football.
There he goes! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's McMillan. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Under fire. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down.
Back's going for the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. He's looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Absolutely perfect. It's our forced to settle for the field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything
breaks into the open. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Dropping back, it's Dahl. Here's a hit. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. And you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gives it on the option. Looking for room at the 40. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. He's got it. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Dahl. Pocket breaking down. He's out past the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's thrown it and hurt.
There he goes. At the 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Sooners. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. He's got it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Makes the catch. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw, it's Dahl. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. To the air on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Sooners will have it first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. This time he's got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Pucks it out of the air. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
42, Arkansas, 12.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man in the middle. Inside the 25. Stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville.
The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. Bringing it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
All right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone. Get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs. Get that first down right now.
Tough physical run, stiff arm and all as they get it out to the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Got his man downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. He'll pull it on the read. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to fire on second down. He makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Razorbacks are on the move. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets it out fast. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense gets set for second down. Tight end now in motion. The give on the option. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Dahl. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll keep it on the ground. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. You just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Troy. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. Across the 40. Just steamrolling the defense. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The give from the gun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just. Looking downfield, it's Dahl. Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. The official says no good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about himself.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Holds and fires complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be
grabs it at the 25 in stride. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Dahl. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Working that wide receiver screen. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's complete to the right. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national ranking. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man in the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Complete to start this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Just going to keep it after the snap. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Might be changing the route. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clemens. Taking it the other way.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. It's a draw. Finding open areas. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The toss to the right. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
He'll pull it down. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He wants it all. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up 2nd down.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gives it on the option. Got a little space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Brown. Hard running there. And he was running with authority, especially with that stiff arm for a solid gain on the play. And the Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes, just plowing ahead. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. At the 20, he's got space. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top, right down the middle. Dangerous screen into traffic. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Razorbacks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They want that clock to run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Here on third down.